Hey guys, hi YouTube. I'm back again with another video. I'm basically trying to do as many videos as I possibly can regarding my pregnancy and stuff like that. Because I don't know how I feel, in the next couple weeks or whatever. So I just want to get them out of the way um, as much as I can. I'm 32 weeks pregnant right now. I'm due in January, and yeah, I'm trying to do all these videos. I'm wearing. I just changed my top, and I still have the same hair. So yeah, there, that's why you're gonna be like, oh my god, why is our hair the same and everything's the same? Because I'm doing the videos basically in the same day. Okay, so the video I'm gonna do is about the glucose tolerance test. Um, yeah, that fun test. If you're a pregnant woman, you've been through it. But I want to say that before I get into it. When you're pregnant, I think the first 3 months they do a blood test on you to check if you have diabetes, and I think it's the test or the lab is called HbA1c, and that basically looked at the past I think 3 months to see how your blood sugar has been overall. So basically, it gives them an idea of whether or not you have diabetes. So I already did that, and I knew that I didn't have diabetes. But this test is basically to check for gestational diabetes, which is basically diabetes that you get while you're pregnant. A lot of women, I guess it's been a big deal now because before some women didn't even get to take it. I think it's something that just, I don't know how long ago it started, but yeah. So now it's a requirement. Within 24 to 28 weeks, you're supposed to do it. I really dreaded this test because even before I ever got pregnant or thought about getting pregnant, I heard other pregnant women talking about this test and how much they dreaded it and how it's the worst thing ever. And so it was a lot of fear built in when found out that I was pregnant, and I was like, oh my God, when is this test coming? Um, the midwife actually gave me the lab slip, I think on the 20, almost near the 24th week, and I put it off all the way to till 30, which is late. You're supposed to do it within 24, 28. Some people do it again, later on, but that's just if they failed it. So I was really nervous. I was anxious, because it's hard. So the test just basically checks your blood sugar and how your body processes it while pregnant within 2 hours. So basically, if there's some issues, if they see that something's going on, they call you and basically try to work with you to try to either, look at your diet, and they try to, see how they can manage your sugar levels so that it doesn't affect the baby. One of the things they told me that is if there's an issue with it, your baby can get really big to where you basically have to have a C-section. So I was really worried, taking this test. Sorry, I heard something. Yeah. So I went into it, but I talked to my mom. I was like, I'm really nervous about this test. I don't know how I'm gonna feel and all this stuff. I was like telling boyfriend, like, can you get me, the day of the test and things like that, because I just really was scared. But really, honestly, I can say that the test was really not that bad. And this is one of the reasons I did this video. I'm hoping to help somebody out there who has to take this test and is anxious, because I felt like there were so many different videos talking about different things and people talking about the experience. A lot of the ones I saw were not so good, and people were just really, it felt like it built a lot of fear. So yeah, the test requires fasting, which is hard if you're a pregnant woman, like especially if you have cravings. Um, Sorry guys, I keep hearing like weird noises. I'm like freaked out. If you have cravings, if you have nausea, it's kind of hard. But it's really not bad. So basically, they require you to fast, and it's timed. So if there's an issue with it, like if you basically don't come back at a certain time that they tell you, or you eat something before the test, it could either mess up the results or they can just cancel the whole test and tell you to come back. So I didn't want any of that happening. So basically, I stopped eating the day before they tell you to fast. Some people have actually broken a lot of those rules and ate and did all this stuff, drank, and this test was okay. Some people have messed it up. So it's really hard to say. But I really think it's good to have it, because I mean, if you know that something's going on in your body that can affect your baby, I mean, why not do it? Some people even skipped it and they just really got like they didn't do it. But the doctors were angry with them, blah blah blah. Some women told me that. Yeah. So yeah, I fasted basically the day before. I stopped eating. You have to stop completely eating at around 10 or 11, and nothing after that. And so basically, it's good to take this test early in the morning, as soon as you possible. So I basically did fasted. I woke up like around 6. I was at the lab by 7:30. When I got there, they took me right away, basically. They sat me, sat you down, whatever, took your blood first, and as they're taking your blood, like several tubes, they basically tell the lady just like gave me the drink, and I'll post a link below of more on information on this diabetes, the gestational diabetes, and the type of how the drink looks like. Give me the drink. I said, here, drink it. So she's drawing my blood and she's drinking it. She's telling me to drink it. Some people say that they're given the test is given to them to take home and they could put in the fridge and drink it early morning before they go. I didn't have that. I basically had it at the lab. So I wish I had that luxury, but I didn't. Um, yeah. So I'm drinking it. I basically chugged down. I think it was 75 milliliters or something like that. I'll show you the bottle too. Within 5 minutes. I didn't even look at the time. Like something just came over me. I was brave and I was like, I'm gonna do this. I chugged it down and honestly it tasted like orange soda that was really, really, really sweet. I was really worried because I was like, what's gonna happen to me? Like, how am I gonna feel chugging all this down? Am I gonna throw up? Throwing up was one of my worst fears because I have had a lot of, nausea that's still on and off, that's still going on. Sometimes when I'm brushing my teeth, I like almost throw up. Sometimes I throw up, depending on how I feel. So it's been up and down with the throwing up. So I was really, really nervous about it. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm like, oh, I'm chugging everything down, chugging everything down. And I'm like, deep down, I'm like, my heart is racing. Like, what's going to happen? So I do it. And she basically gives me a little note, basically giving me the two different times. Started at 7:30. I'm supposed to come back at 8:30. And then the next one is going to be at 8:30 to 9:30. So between those times, she wrote 8:30 for the first one and the next one 9:30. So you have to come back exactly at the times that are noted on that paper because if you come back late, they cancel the whole test and you got to take it again. If you vomit, they have to cancel it and do it again. So I was basically like really, really, really worried. So I sat outside for an hour for the first one. They told me to come back in. I came back in on time. They drew another blood. Um, and then again, gave me the next time. And I waited outside in the waiting room. The waiting is long. I mean, you're basically at the lab for 2 hours for me. And there's people who actually have to wait longer. If they fail, then they have to do another test, almost like a 3-hour test, which is what I wanted to really avoid. So I basically sat there and felt nothing. And that's what scared me because I was like, okay, everybody has said all these terrible things that happened to you, and I wasn't feeling anything. I didn't feel anything from the test, so I don't know what that means. Because I'm wondering if the people that have complained about stuff, is it because your body reacts different to sugar? I don't know what to say because I was like, I felt nothing. So that was it, my experience. I really felt nothing from the test. I drank the juice, it was like just gone, and I enjoyed it actually. It tastes like soda, so not a big deal. Basically, they don't really call you if there's no issues. They call you if there's something that came up. Like if they saw the numbers and they were out of control, they'll call you. So yeah, I'm hoping everything was fine. They didn't give me a call, but anyway, I'm glad that's over. I'm really glad. I just felt free after that. I was like, I can kind of eat a little bit the way I wanted to, a little bit more, because I put off a lot of stuff because I was kind of nervous about it. But nothing really can affect it. Like if your body's not handling sugar well, it's not going to handle sugar well, whether or not you try to put yourself on a diet, exercise the weeks before. It's really to test to see what's going on in your body to help the baby. So I'm glad I did it and it wasn't bad. So if you're going to take this test, don't have anxiety about it. It's not really that bad. Um, I did feel some kind of heat, like a little bit of heat on my body as it was kind of absorbing and slight, like, like your heart racing a little faster, but it wasn't anything serious. Like I just watched YouTube videos while I waited at the hospital and it was nothing. So for me, I had a great experience with the test and I'm glad that it's over. So yeah, I wish you guys all the best of luck if you have to do this test. And yeah, being pregnant is a lot. It's a big deal and it's a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things that you have to do that sometimes you don't want to, but it's really for the baby. So yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope I'm going to continue to try to do more videos, maybe not today, but another day. And that's it. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.